Hi, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. One thing that I'm going to be basically answering is a question that's from Volume 38, Number 8, August 2016, page 9 of NOSCR's little pamphlets that they send out. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. The question is, we recently made a dire need request while waiting for an appeals council decision. It took about 2 months to get a response, and by then the claimant had died. What are you doing to ensure dire need requests are being evaluated promptly? What is considered a reasonable time to evaluate a dire need case? Okay. The response from the SSA was basically upon receipt, within 3 to 5 days, they're evaluated for dire need potential, and basically they'll make a decision from there. They also gave a 1-800 phone number to one of those general yada yadas, and then also, if it's an appeals council, they gave the name and I believe it was email or fax of a particular person to go ahead and expedite things for appeals council. Now, appeals council is very different than ODAR-based administrative law judge hearing offices, the ODAR hearing offices, because the ODAR hearing offices are more like little splinter cells all over the place. And the AC or AAJ office, which is the appeals council group, is it's just one big thing. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Good response on behalf of the SSA. The SSA did a good job answering this one because it said, look, within 3 to 5 days, There's no law in here that they cited, other than basically the critical claim or Terry-based findings for review of those claims, but there's no specific law that something has to be reviewed and done that they cited. Now, with that said, it's not unheard of for me to have 2 or even 3 months or even 4 months go by before basically somebody responds to one of my dire need or critical claim or one of these situations. And frankly, a lot of times I don't even get a response on them. And is that problematic? Is that bad? Yeah, but there's another side of this, which is that there's never been in the history of humankind so many people applying for Social Security disability benefits than now. So with that said, we're kind of stuck with a situation where every request that's sent in has to be answered. An answer for something like this takes time because they have to review the file. Now, we submit a dire need request. It's detailed and uses the SSA form. When we send in a critical claim, I-2-1-40, it's detailed. We go into why, where, everything. So they can literally go to the record, and if it's exhibited already, they go, okay, on F4 it states blah, 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 there it is. If it's not exhibited, it's in the case documents folder in the ERE setup, then they can go right to okay, it's on this date at this facility, blah, 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 blah. So we make it, in my opinion, we make it pretty simple for them to figure out why this should be a critical claim. We don't just write in like some firms do, which is, I know, getting a lot of flack for that, where, critical claim, and it's just a quick little letter without a lot of description. I also will not willy-nilly file a claim for critical claim status unless they truly, truly deserve it. And the reason why is that I think that there's an abuse of this. I think that a lot of claimants out there that are learning about the critical claim status law are filing on their own behalf, and they have no idea what actual critical claim status is. Let me just remind you what severe is, just for your own brain as a claimant, so that you have a brain working on this. Severe for, like depression, is that you have to have a ton of elements met. 2 weeks of every 4 months, you gotta have been in a mental facility. That's part of the gig. Sometimes they can skip a little on that. Let's talk about a different one. Amputation. They're looking for both legs. They're looking for, a leg and an arm. They're looking for, and there's this big fancy medical words inside the listing. When you see those and they're talking about the hip, that means either all the hip joint, that ball joint, is gone, or the grand majority of it is gone. Okay? That's really bad. Musculoskeletal, they're talking about you gotta have 2 crutches, 2 canes, a walker. Well, actually, they don't bring up a walker. A wheelchair. That's severe. That's the definition of severe. That's super severe, Dire need is like they're going to die soon, or they're homeless and they can't get to medical, and and it's just very, very difficult. It's not extreme, but it is severe, because remember, extreme, severe, moderate, mild. A lot of you guys that watch these videos are, and I know as just as a logistical thing, are not severe, dire need situation, but alas, you're curious, and that's good, because the more knowledge you get, the better you can do. A lot of you are going to file for this thing. The SSA is going to write back, you have been denied. And frankly, a lot of them that go in should be denied, because it just blows my mind that somebody thinks they're that severe. It was one person with a hernia, and it wasn't even a multiple hernia. The hernia wasn't even that bad. He demanded of me that I send this in. And I said to him, I'll send it in. Sure, I'll send it in. But I bet you that they're going to reject it. And I'm doing this because you're demanding of it of me, and potentially, maybe, it's worse than it really is, and the medical document states it is. So I could see where there might be. Then we got more medical documentation done, and we realized, whoa, this thing is not even close. Right as we got that, we also got an answer from the SSA. Hey, ... we're rejecting your expedited claim status. So now this question was about essentially whether or not a person, how fast it is, how quickly do they respond, what should be the procedure. I didn't see any law in there where it stated, specifically that it had to be responded to within such and such time. I do know that they have some information in there about how quickly they do review it. Should we have a law that states that they should have a response within such and such time? Maybe it's not a bad idea, but remember, the SSA needs a good amount of time, so 30 days or even 2 months isn't exactly out of the realm of possibility. In this one, they stated, hey, the claimant died. Claimants die all the time. It's part of being disabled or having a severe disability. It lessens the life of the individual. It is a problem. Is 2 months out of the ballpark of what's acceptable? No, I think, anywhere between a month to 2 months to respond, I think that's fair. I think that that's realistic. There are a lot of ways that you can expedite a claim in addition to filing for that. And remember, a lot of this is up to how lazy the claimant is or the attorney is when it comes to submitting, that response and that request. You have a lot of attorneys out there that just send it off. It's just quick. We are requesting review of this person being under I-2-1-40, subsection A, subsection 6, blah, blah, blah. Boom, done. They don't point to anything. They don't do anything. I know a lot of claimants and a lot of attorneys that don't do that. So if you really want a quick response, make it easy for the review. Make it so that they can, okay, cool, got it, done. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents, 5 cents, whatever you want to call it on that particular one, in response to that answer. All right, so I think the SSA is doing a pretty decent, fair job on this. I have a couple at the ALJ level that I still haven't gotten responses on, and it's been 5 months. Now that's not acceptable, but 2 months, that's respectable. I can understand that with so many people applying, but that should be the extent of the limit. That should not be, the national average. National average should be a month, or less, 3 weeks to a month. But, that's up to policymakers. If it were me, I'd make it so that the law basically stated they had to respond within 2 months. National average would be somewhere around a month, and that basically for extreme claims, where it was easily visible that this person had this problem, they should have the ability to review it and have a response within 2 weeks, because remember, they're processing a lot of paperwork. Either way, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. If you have a unique question for a unique claim, just give me a call or shoot me an email. Also, at the end of the day, we don't make specialized video like responses, like, you send me a bunch of fact pattern stuff and I give you a specific video on your claim. We do general tutorial videos, so that's good. The general tutorial videos may answer your question, they may not. If it still doesn't answer your question, send me an email or give me a phone call, and I'll do another tutorial video on how the law works for a specific area, but it won't be for your exact claim, because I don't do that. I don't want you writing your information in the bottom of the videos below, because in Vimeo, Dailymotion, YouTube, whatever, because I don't want you putting your stuff out there, okay? If you really have a question, shoot me an email, give me a call, we'll go from there. If you're already represented, remember, okay, I can only further, give you a second opinion, but further your knowledge in it. I'll give you the law, I'll give you the background, things like that. But if you're already represented, use your attorney. Use your attorney. If your attorney isn't spending the time, isn't working with you, that's fine, then switch attorneys. But use your attorney, guys. Ask them questions. Push them to do great things for you, but don't be obnoxious. Because I know a lot of people that are so obnoxious. No matter what you do, they're going to say that you didn't listen to them, or you're not listening to them, or a lot of these people have mental problems. That's why they're in the situation that they are. That's okay. That's why in the 1970s they created SSI, Supplemental Security Income. All right. I meet a lot of homeless people that are in that category where no matter what you do for them, they'll never be happy. But luckily for me, we have a really amazing, in my opinion, percent passage rate. And also we do a lot of stuff that's extra that other firms don't do, which I think in the end gets them very, very happy and pushes them forward. But I, like, any firm out there, have had my fair share of just grossly, they don't appreciate anything people that I have to deal with. So, and a lot of ego. So, anyway, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. You have an absolutely wonderful day. We're an Orange County, Orlando-based Social Security disability law firm. So, have a wonderful day, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.